We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out.
Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Laubach. I hope you are having a good day. I want to take a few moments and go over the research paper that we are going to do for our American government class. Now, keep in mind that the research paper is a requirement, so the administration is requiring that we do a research paper. So we are also doing it as the end of the year assessment. So in terms of your American government grade, this is the only thing we have for the last 2 weeks of school. Please note that this document and all documents can be found on the class Blackboard in the Documents tab and in the Asynchronous tab. So as we move through the process of writing this paper, in the next 2 weeks of class will be dedicated to you writing it, so you'll be given a lot of time to work on your own. We will go over additional documents, and when we do, I will add them to the Blackboard document and asynchronous page as well. So it is a research assignment, and the learning objective, as you can see, is to write an argumentative research paper that analyzes and evaluates a current event or political debate in its contemporary and historical context. So in short, what you are going to do, you are going to identify a current issue or situation, and this can be at the state, local, or national levels, and you are going to write an argumentative paper supporting one side, yet also explaining the counter arguments. So selecting a topic. So a political issue can be defined as any topic that is both debatable and of importance to citizens. So the issue that you choose, there's going to be reasonable arguments on either side of that issue. So it must be a political issue, so it is an issue where there is a law concerning that, and we are going to talk more about some examples of this a little bit later on. Keep in mind, too, that your topic must be approved by Mr. Laubach in order for you to go ahead with it. What are your research resources? First, you can always start with a keyword search strategy. So you can go online and you can search using the keywords of the issue that you're interested in. There are also many Lower Merion Library database options for you. I would say that maybe the best place to start would be going to the Gale's Opposing Viewpoints website. Also on the library website, there are many other ways in which you can research your topic. So you can go to JSTORs or Questia. There's ProQuest, there's the Gale Power Search, which is tied in with the Gale's Opposing Viewpoint. Historical newspapers, you can read on the document how to get to that. The eLibrary links to books, magazines, newspapers, websites, audio, and video. So you never really have to go anywhere except the Lower Merion High School Library database to get your information. Now let's take a moment and talk about what this paper is going to be formatted like. So the finished product. Now everyone's paper is going to look the same when you glance at it. So the formatting needs to be consistent. So as you can see, Times New Roman print, size 12 font, and should be double spaced. There should be a margin of 1 inch on the left and 1 inch on the right. There should be in-text MLA citations, which we will talk more about later. Now, how many sources or resources must you use? If you are taking this course for honors credit, you must use at least 5 resources. If you are taking it for college prep credit, you need to use at least 3 resources. Now, it's not limited to these numbers. These are the minimum. So I would encourage you to use more. As you can see, for honors, one of those sources must be what's known as a scholarly resource. And you can read over those questions to see exactly what a scholarly resource is. That will be kind of a refresher for you. You have worked with scholarly resources before. Works cited page, this will be at the end of the research page. So this is just the citations of the sources that you use. Word count for the paper. So the paper should be 1,000 words minimum if you're taking this for honors credit. 750 words minimum if you are taking it for college prep credit. And that does not include the works cited page. So 1,000 pages is the 4 to 5 page range for honors, and then for college prep, 750 words would be in the 3 to 4 page range. So also on this paper, there will be headings. So there will be the intro heading, and then you'll put your intro. There's the arguments heading, and you'll put your argument paragraphs. And then there's a counter argument section, so you will note that as well, and then a conclusion at the end. And you can go to these links on the document to check out some examples and see what this looks like. Also, this Purdue University's ALS website is a great resource for doing your MLA citations as well. And you will be doing in-text citation, meaning that you are going to cite within your paper. And again, we'll talk more about that at a later time. So now let's talk a little bit about the timeline for this research paper. So as you can see, on Tuesday, April 27th, the research paper is going to be introduced. The first thing you will actually have due will be Friday, April 30th, and by 3 p.m. submitted to turn it in. You have to submit what your topic selection is. By that time, I will have approved it in class. And you must also include one paragraph summary for each of two sources you plan on using. So in other words, two of the sources that you found, you're going to write a paragraph summary, somewhat informal, about how you plan on using the information in that source in your paper. So that will be the first submission. That will be the first assignment. Again, you will have class time on Tuesday and Wednesday if we meet, or Thursday if we meet, to work on the paper, and I will be there to help you as well. And then Friday, May 7th, which is next week and is also the last senior day for students, you will have your paper due at the end of the day. So your final draft will be due at the end of the day. And then next week, we will talk about the formatting of the paper and going over in more detail the actual writing of the paper. So what I would recommend, you're going to be given a lot of class time to work on this. I would recommend to just focus on this one step at a time. Like right now, you want to be thinking about identifying what your topic would be. And remember, your topic should be specific, so it shouldn't be immigration. It should be something specific within immigration if you choose to go that way. And focus this week on just getting your topic and looking at the resources that you're going to use, and then submit this assignment, which would be research project assignment number 1. And then next week, we'll focus more on the paper and how you are going to get situated with the paper. I hope this information helps. Please let me know if you have any questions.